Hello and welcome back to ESL Pro League, live from the Intel Esports Arena. We've just witnessed Astralis absolutely overthrowing HellRaisers. It was a very one-sided affair on train, and now move on to Overpass, which is even more in their favour, Snuds.
There were multiple witnesses of that one, 16-7, as you said. Very, very one-sided matchup in favour of the heavy favourites, the best team in the world right now in the Astralis era. Yeah, aforementioned Astralis looking bloody good.
Yeah, very much. They were dominating, I think it's fair to say, and you can only imagine that is going to carry on. Overpass as well, a map that is much in their favour. Going up against a team like HellRaisers, what are your thoughts?
Gosh, I mean, before HellRaisers were very, very good on Overpass in the last season whenever we were casting them versus, even Astralis, typically Na'Vi, other teams that like to play it, they always put up good numbers, 12 rounds, 10 rounds minimum. The issue is though versus Astralis in the current form they have, especially how they played last game. I think this is another 16-7, 16-9 sort of round difference.
It's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, Astralis really just looking like they've been dominating a good majority of their games. Can't help but feel like for me now at this point, this is going to be a nice 2-0. Walk away with 6 points from the series, keep themselves firmly cemented in there at the top spot, currently the #1 team. I don't really think we're going to see anyone knock them off that position.
Well, that's a good question then. How are we going to see Astralis be toppled over? Obviously, the idea of complacency and all those things coming into it. We've seen it with some of the teams where they're at the top, they don't innovate, etc. I'm not sure if we're going to see that from a team like Astralis to be the reason of their downfall. I feel like more so it's going to be a team overtaking them, right? And which team in the current climate can do that? We've seen FaZe drop off. MRBR making recent changes as well, obviously YNK being the coach, but recently, obviously, it was the 2 or 3-1 finals in Blast Pro Series, and the maps which Astralis won were very one-sided, so there's still a catch-up there from MRBR if they want a chance of taking Astralis. And to be honest, if you're going to get Astralis at any point, it's going to be the tournament after they win the major, when they have the stress off them. They're not going to be taking it seriously. They just won the big one. So, yeah, I mean, Na'Vi, for me, is the one that, in theory, has to do it. You could argue Na'Vi have 2 of the top 5 players in the world right now in Simple and, of course, Electronic. But then to counter that, you've got Device from Astralis, who always plays a good game, always puts up 20 kills, always puts his team into a winnable position. So it's a very good question to ask, right? How are we going to see Astralis lose that #1 spot? Well, how did they lose it before? FaZe Clan came in with more skill, more firepower, and just ran over them. I don't think they're going to be having that anymore, considering how good MagicBoy, etc., well, especially with Glaive as well, really finding good form and getting kills and getting numbers on the board. That's
true. Glaive's been looking very good individually, not only on the server in terms of his calling, but also in terms of how well he's just been popping off. He has had some huge games. I mean, the triple overtime game we had versus Space Soldiers when I was doing it with SEO, that was literally just the Glaive show in a lot of those T-side rounds. He was able to bail them out, having countless 1v3s and really just going huge into the game. So that is the edge they have. Not only do they have a very smart, well-versed in-game leader, but they also have the additional firepower you need with that 5th man.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? If you think of Glaive as a top 20 player in the world, right? Obviously, Fallen was ranked #2. Gosh, which year was that? 2016, I believe it was. Ranked 2 in the world, back when Cold Zero was #1. And it was fairly obvious why. Not only was he delivering incredible numbers on the scoreboard, very impactful AWPing, he was also calling for the best team in the world that won back-to-back majors in 2016. He also won clone, obviously, MLG Columbus, so that made a lot of sense. Here with Glaive, not only is he calling a very, very incredible game, well, near-perfect game on Astralis, that's very, very good at mid-run calling, very good at adjusting. He's also putting up the numbers, which is something we didn't see from Karrigan, for example, when he was on FaZe. He would get his 10 or 15 kills, but it's still the Nico show, it's still the Guardian show. Whereas here for Astralis, there's some games where in high-pressure situations, in finals, for example, Glaive can be top fragging or at least 25 kills and above, similar to what we saw from Fallen back when he got second on HTV's rankings. So I think it'd be unjust, right, if he's not at least top 15 if we come to the end of the year, obviously, very shortly, depending on if they can keep this form up.
Yeah, getting close to December now. These are the odds for the matchup as well.
Hey, we got a 4-Jack. That's #2. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, we're working up there. We're getting these high odd games. But obviously expected, Astralis, by far one of the most dominant forces in CS at this current point in time. They have been winning everything that they want right now, so definitely just soaring high and looking to try get a second win here, as we're going to be delving into the action shortly. Overpass will be the map. Can't help but feel like this is just going to be the 2-0 sweep now for Astralis.
I feel like it is going to be the 2-0 for Astralis, obviously, but I feel like we can see more of a resistance from HellRaisers, not just to be blown out the waters in this matchup. maybe a 16-12, 16-10. I think we're going to see more rounds of HellRaisers. And if not, then the very easy storyline to say afterwards is, well, what else do you expect is Astralis?
Yeah. Well, we are into it. Astralis going to be on the T side. HellRaisers will be on the CT side as we kick this one off. What will be the plan of action? Device has the smoke and flash to play with. P250 in his hand as well, as they initially burst out and go for the fast face. Angel completely overthrown by dupreeh with the all-out aggression that is coming through. They are just storming the gate.
Glaive now coming in towards A. 4 versus 4. Woxic was dinked down by the Glock, but the bomb has actually gone towards the B bomb site. Astralis have sorted the fake. All that remains is Dead Fox. He is off towards Graffiti. 36 points of health as he did get dinked through the wooden pallet. So, big round here for dupreeh if he can come in from behind and just snatch the round out of the hands of HellRaisers.
How good's the retake looking for HellRaisers here? Woxic going to get one. Device goes down. Zipnix with a swift response onto Dead Fox. However, Woxic is really the only saving grace for that side right now. It's a 2-on-2, but they make it the 2v1. As dupreeh gets scratched out of existence and Glaive tries to go for the face, wasting all the time in the world. They have to go on the bomb here, but he kills the bomb diffuser. Huge round from Glaive, and he goes back in for the final blow for style points. Woxic will still die as the bomb blast will eliminate him. It was a 4K for Woxic, but they could not get the round.
Well, we're just mentioning Glaive only moments ago being so prevalent on this roster. Even though he only got 1 kill in the round, he did win it for Astralis, playing their 1 versus 2 perfectly. Baiting them in, just showing his shoulder. And with that, Astralis get another pistol. So far winning 3 out of 3 pistols in this matchup. But 5-man stack from HellRaisers towards B. And with Astralis posturing to go towards the B site, having all players here, it's looking like we might see a clash of heads already towards the B site as Smokes, the players, getting ready to go.
They got the first round. When is their streak going to start to slow down? HellRaisers, in terms of the buy, it is just going to be 1 P250 picked up for Woxic. The rest of them stick to their basics, and the boost is very tasty. They had the elevated angle there, Bondic on top, found that frag on Magisk, and they're actually trading quite efficiently here. It's a 3-on-3, and dupreeh might be the only one to actually set the distance a little bit. Comes in with a barge pole and pushes Woxic down. It is now a 3 versus 2. Bondic and Dead Fox, the 2 remaining CTs. dupreeh, if they push out through Monster, could cut them off, but he is very low. 2 HP to his name. Hearing these audio cues at least.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a reactive from them. dupreeh is low HP, so shouldn't really go back for another chance at the duel with Dead Fox or Bondic, because he doesn't want to give away the AK, which is something that HellRaisers can save for round number 3. But it will be the 2-0. HellRaisers did well to get 2 kills with their eco, and they can now buy up into the 3rd round. And important for Woxic as well is he is going to be able to afford the AWP, but no Kevlar behind it, unfortunately. So, will drastically reduce how aggressive he can get with that AWP. Nevertheless, though, round number 3. Let's see then. Galil saved by Dead Fox. And the UMP saved by Bondic, so HellRaisers have got a full buy and good utility to back it up as well. And for Astralis, once again, they're going to be keeping hold of their SMGs. No AWP yet for Device, they don't need to bring that out as of yet. Now then, let's see what we're going to be witnessing to come into this first round. Aggression from Woxic. I said without armor, maybe he won't be as aggressive. I take that back. Misses the early shot. And with that, does pay the price. 5 versus 4.
Right through the legs. As this push is coming in, Device with a headshot takes down Angel. We'll switch that gun back over. As there is 3 players alive on the side of HellRaisers here. Dead Fox, Bondic, and Issa. And the T's, they haven't even really committed to a site take yet. Sure, there's a little bit of map control taken as dupreeh slid his way in through Monster. But there has been no full commit. They're now slowly pushing up. Bondic from quite a distance will shut down the push as he eliminates Glaive with the UMP. And this causes the train reaction. The push now in towards B site, as they're going to be swarming their way through, attempting to get that bomb down, which they will. And the free CTs might just save this.
I think they definitely should. They're on their $2,900 round loss bonus, which means Bondit can drop over a weapon in the next round. Dead Fox as well, so accept defeat in this one. Throw in the towel, and then into round number 5, or 4, apologies, they can go for another full buy. So in reality, they're not going to be economically reset fully, so it's not the end of the world there for HellRaisers. They're going to have a very good chance in the next round to win. All the remaining players saving as well towards playground from HellRaisers, but Astralis not going to be overstepping the mark just yet. Round number 4. AWP for Device. Same cannot be said though for HellRaisers, as actually Dead Fox had $4,900. We could have dropped over an AWP. Actually, there's already one there for Woxic, so it doesn't matter anyway. Ignore me. He will have a second chance at going for that first pick versus Astralis. Obviously, missing that close range shot. That's the problem when you have that high sensitivity. If you are panicked into a shot like that, it's very hard to stay composed with a sensitivity of 8.
Oof. Woxic gets one kill on towards Dupree, tries to get the adjustment as well. But it is at least a nice first pick. So Astralis, they might have 3 rounds, but could this be the first one they lose? Versus HellRaisers, strong buy now as they push up, trying to gain the early toilets control. Device with a very nice adjustment. Quite a rapid shot coming through. Forces the CTs to use more additional smokes as well to keep control of the map. And Device is still hungry for more.
So, still a 4 versus 4, a minute left on the clock. Good play there from Angel and Co. to go for the double face towards Long. Nice shot there as well from the in-game leader of HellRaisers. Device searching, seeking for that next kill. Try and bring this one back into a winnable scenario for Astralis. He will smoke out the front of the site. Oh, goes for the reactive shot, lands the tag. My goodness, that would have been a nice shot if it landed. Zipnix will clean up the kills though. Remember, 2 versus 2, you can never count Astralis out, but unfortunately, Zipnix gets caught, but does he really?
Finds that headshot and just batters down the opponent. Dead Fox going to be coming through. It's a 1-on-2. Nice use of the HE as well, the camel drop. Teach you that one in PE as it glides down and hits him in the head, bringing him down to 23 HP. It's a 1-on-2. He peeks out. Wanted to try and get the easy one, but Device had the angle. And that is a nice old bait and switch, bringing Astralis up to the 4-0 scoreline. And HellRaisers scratching their heads now. Left a little bit stumped.
So, still the clean sheet here for Astralis. Smoke going towards Monster, thrown early by HellRaisers, but it misses Jag. Oh, actually, it's not going to be the rush towards Monster from Astralis, so that missed smoke won't be exploited as of yet. HellRaisers trying to take connector control with the close-range pistols that they have at the moment, but so far, nothing's going to come to fruition of that. All 5 players from Astralis grouped up outside of the B bomb site, but HellRaisers have grouped towards A. So once again, very good read here from Glaive. Yeah, that's it. Dead Fox is gone. Slide stairs, looking for the 5-0.
Yeah, big frag from Devices. He got the headshot off, annihilated Dead Fox, and HellRaisers, they want to save this armor. They want to keep the CZs. There's no point just throwing them into the wind and getting no returns for it, so it will be the full save now. 5-0 scoreline, and this is just the way of the game, really, for Astralis. This is just how they play. So much confidence, so much aggression, just being able to really barge their opponents out of the way and have no repercussions for it either. This is now going to be their 5th round picked up. When does it end? When do they start to slow down?
Yeah, that's the real question here, obviously. We saw it on the last map being the 8-0 scoreline that obviously transcended into the 9-6 half, but ever since then, I mean, if we look back to the second half, HellRaisers only got 1 round on their CT side, so Astralis looking good as always. Warp still in the hands of Woxic, but this is the buy now from HellRaisers. They need rounds to the board soon as Astralis' CT side is like a brick wall. Magic's and Device towards A might just be the best duo on that site we have in the world currently. Now then. Fast play once again towards the B side from Astralis. 4 players here. The Molotov not going to be deterring Astralis as their will still keeps coming. Fast execution as they charge towards short.
Bombarding their way through, trying to find these kills. Magisk firing off pot shots, but Zipnix will find the headshot back over on Issa. Dead Fox with a spam from the M4 will only get 1 frag before he's taken out by Magisk, and it is crumbling. Nothing is going the way they want it to right now. Woxic will be traded back out there by Magisk. Zipnix as well for the wallbang frag. Angel is the only one to actually get it going, and at least it's a double. A Guardian Angel must be watching over him right now to give him the extra leeway, but unfortunately, his luck has run out. Glaive will finish him, and that is a 6-0 scoreline. Astralis soaring through.
Yeah, it's looking like deja vu from Train. This time it's even more worrying, though, for HellRaisers as they're on their CT side of Overpass. Still, though, going to be going for another buy. 5 rifles across the board. No op for Woxic. Utility only onto 2 players, and Astralis are going back again towards the B side so fast as they flash in towards short. This time it's Magic's leading the charge. Peers in for the boost. Doesn't see anything just yet, though. And now they can line up their Molotovs and grenades. If they really want to pounce on the B side, they can use Device to stop the rotations towards A. And it's funny because Angel's got an inkling that Astralis are going to try and go A as he stacked 3 players there. Instead, he couldn't be further from the truth.
Issa trying to get the kills, comes through with a massive double kill. That is a major play as he finds a huge double kill into that round. Ooh, Device trying to get away there, gets 1 headshot at least, a cheeky play onto Bondix, but the rotate angle is covered by Angel. So that was the answer. This is when HellRaisers were finally going to come back into it. Round 7 is when they wake up and they get a round on the board. But Astralis are so close to already winning the half on their T side. But as well, HellRaisers, they set themselves up to be getting a swift lesson from reset school.
6-1. As HellRaisers finally had a round go in their favour. Issa and Dead Fox locking down that B-bomb site. Only money for Dead Fox and Angel though, so this is a must-win round for HellRaisers. They need consistency on their CT side as Device goes searching. Finds blood in the water onto 1. Anticipates the second player though, as when you play that CT side of Overpass, you have to play together. But so do the T's as they go for the trades in towards the A side. Dead Fox catches 1, tries to go for the 180 spray transfer. The only transfer was him to death. To hell, that would have been better.
Good stuff. Bondic, the last one left alive, going to be pushed. And he has been absolutely annihilated there by Device. Very easy frags, and that's the reset as well. The worst case scenario, as they have been thrashed. And we left with a very little economy. The only 2 players with cash are Dead Fox and Angel, and Angel just invests back into a Deagle. Same can be said for Dead Fox, the rest of them sticking on the USPs. Astralis should be taking this to an 8-1 scoreline before HellRaisers even have a chance to fight back into it.
Full reset. A nightmare scenario for HellRaisers. Look at the money as well, 1.4k for Issa and Woxic. So HellRaisers, the bypass to the next round, they're still going to have 2 players on UMPs, etc. Big, big red flags here going to be raised for the side of HellRaisers. They need to change. But then, what do they need to change? This is the problem. Astralis have looked so good versus every team they've played. It's not just an issue for HellRaisers in terms of things they can change. I mean, what do you do? I think Angel's actually making the right approach here. He knows that if HellRaisers play standard, they are not going to win. So he's gone for stacks. He's gone for different changes. He's doing stuff he wouldn't usually do. And I think that's the right way to go about it. Take risks to prosper. But the problem is, it all boils down to the same factor. Astralis #1 in the world right now. HellRaisers have been, you know, you could argue a downward trajectory in terms of recent performances, especially the Star Series last week. And the same cannot be said for Astralis.
Yeah, Astralis at an all-time high, and that is being reflected very nicely in terms of their play style. Woxic switching it up a little bit. Goes for the push out. He's moved up through short. Goes for the scope in, trying to see the players that are grouping up by Monster. Unfortunately, he doesn't get an inkling into what is occurring before it is too late. They've already exploded out. Found the first frag. Woxic, however, does get a shot off with the AWP. Tries to go for the follow-up and gets a big tag as well. He might be restricted, but his teammates are doing damage. Zipnix is dead, and this is starting to fall to pieces. It needs to bound back in the favor of Astralis soon, or this one could be a HellRaisers follow-up round. Magisk, a 1 versus 4. Launches out the grenade, but no one will receive any damage from it. Bondik, Issa are both fairly low. Angel brought down to 73, but Angel will win the round. Secures himself an AK as well as they get through, and HellRaisers pick themselves up a second.
Now then, in true HellRaisers fashion, they get reset here. Let's hope that doesn't happen. We want a competitive game, Jack. The games today have been so one-sided, which obviously when you're casting them makes it hard to get into. You want those competitive games. Well, what can you do? Can't have everything in life. We had the really long games yesterday. So, Angel up close. Flashbang is dodged, but the bullets aren't. Can't really dodge a flashbang like you can dodge a bullet, because if you can dodge a spanner, you can dodge a ball. Dodgeball.
Right.
Seen that film, right?
Yeah.
Classic.
You got to dodge, stop, dick, dodge, and dive. There you go, mate.
Dick dodge.
Yeah, dick dodge. That's the new system. That's what HellRaisers needs to be doing.
Dip dodge, mate.
It's been a long day.
Oh, it's been a long...
It'll be a long week.
It's going to be a longer week.
Well, 3 on 3. Still a minute on the clock. As the smoke is going to come over from Glaive, you can try and go for the push-up. Little flashbang peek over. Clears the close angle. And they can still win this round. They're not out of it just yet. Device going to slowly trickle his way in, up by the toilets. Go for the peek out. 40 seconds on the clock here. Molotov will counter him, and they're just really running down that clock, waiting for the most optimal time to actually go for the execute. In terms of utility, they do have the advantage. They've got a fair few nades to play with. Device will slowly start to get closer. Woxic finds the first, and that should be the catalyst for the attack to come through. But they're still going to take it slow, and this just allows Woxic to have a field day. Bondik as well with the easy frag on Glaive, and HellRaisers get themselves a third.
Round number 12. Good round in the last from HellRaisers. This is going to cause a tactical timeout from Astralis. Now they are with a 5-round lead, but they understand that to keep it, they cannot mess up. Now the only issue here, Cap, can you show us the money? Can we see the money? Is that
Jake's the observer.
Yeah, I know, but because... Okay, no, ignore me, ignore me. I thought because he changed, like obviously the graphic changed, that it would be different.
No. Still there.
I see.
It's 2 PCs, mate.
Is it 2 PCs?
Yeah.
The more you know. Anyway, where was I? Money for Astralis. The problem is we don't know if they bought already, which they probably have. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. AWP for Device, 4 AKs as well. Cat's probably having a panic attack right now, so I apologize for that one. As we go into round number 12. Astralis. This is the last buy they have. If they lose this round, they're going to be running out of cash. They have to get it done here if they really want a stomping in the first round. Half.
Brilliant. Well, we are back in. Big man Jake Elton on the observing, as he shows us a lovely display from Magisk. Sprays up the back wall there with the brain juice of both Woxic and Angel, as they're dead, Snots.
Dead, but Astralis are alive and kicking. Glaive coming in towards B, has the backup, the bomb, his team. No one here towards the B site. Once again, Angel going for that risk, stacking towards the A site, hoping he can have the full manpower of his team towards the site which Astralis go to. Unfortunately, rock, paper, scissors, but Astralis are playing checkers.
Right then. You sure they're not playing Counter-Strike Cluedo?
Yeah, maybe.
Magisk with the AK at connector. Does get the first frag as he finds the headshot. Eliminates Dead Fox. Going to force him to fall back as well, but Bondik was poised, ready for that one. The aggression came out from Glaive, but Bondic was able to keep his composure and get the frag. Now, falls back into the 3 versus 2, but it's just easy pickings for dupreeh. Running around, annihilates Issa. And Bondic, he just tries to save, wants to hold on to this Famous, being pushed from both sides, realizes what is going on, and will get 1 kill, but the trade is there from Device. Turns to look at the water fountain as he feels refreshed. And that is going to be a 9-3 scoreline.
So, Woxic has the AWP. And they are going to force around it. So, 3 CZs, 1 Deagle onto Bondic. AWP for Woxic. And for Astralis, just going to go with the 5 AK setup. No AWP out for Device. So far, the rifle setups have been working out very, very well for him. Now then, Angel. This feels like deja vu, Jack. Angel calls for a stack on one side. Astralis go to the other. And we were there again. But Bondic is moving now from B as they had the 4-man stack towards the B site. And now they're slowly going to be trickling players over towards A and making that right move.
A 9-3 scoreline, and HellRaisers' only real weapon of choice into this round is going to be Woxic's Dragon Lore AWP. But can he lay down the lore into the round as the push will start to come through? The jump spot over towards Long. He's going to get the first inkling of information, but no real frags. But the close range AWP works out well. It's dropped back. They need to try and scavenge it, but the AKs are popping off and everyone is being slain apart from Angel, who goes huge. That is a major 3K. And dupreeh has to try and bail them out now. This could easily be around for HellRaisers and would be a major upset, but dupreeh. Can he carry on? What can he achieve? The angle is being held. He's going to push around, finds the face, but he gets dinked. That's the big important factor.
Dinked down to 16 HP. 20 seconds left, has to retrieve the bomb as well. It's not really going to be a situation which is feasible. Issa as well towards Long. Here's the footsteps. Push comes out, and 1 shot like that to the body. And it will be 9-4. And number 14 then. Astralis get reset. Haven't seen that so far in the series. Yesterday, Astralis beat NIP on this map 16-4. And it seems like HellRaisers will put up more numbers than that. So, 3 CZs, 2 AKs for the side of Astralis. They've had so much success towards that B site. You might think they go back to it. Maybe go for a contact play towards B with one of these AKs. And look at the boost there from HellRaisers. Woxic AWP. Is it going to be flashed? No. Huh. Oh, haha.
Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
He's done a little spin as well as he went down. That's quite nice.
I give that one a 9.
I'll give it a 10 for the form.
Really?
Ooh, the jump spot as well. That's all the information you could possibly ask for. As the burst is going to come through. Zipnix and Glaive get a killer piece with the CZs. Glaive brought down to just 14 HP, but Bondic trying to decide which target was more important, gets overthrown by the sheer numbers that they just throw at him. And it is just left on Angel in a 1 versus 5, a matter of time before he goes down. And you said HellRaisers are going to put up more than a fight than the 16-4 of NIP, but maybe not.
Double digits now for the favorites. Final round. HellRaisers only going to be wielding pistols. No rifles to come out from them. CZs onto Angel and Bondic. Deagles for Dead Fox, Woxic and Issa. So, no defuse kits for the CT side, so they have to get the job done early. 4-man stack once again called by Angel, this time towards the B side. dupreeh going for the entry, feeling very confident after the last round, but so is Woxic. 4 versus 4. Zipnix charges out through Monster, gets another one as well. The advantage, of course, in the hands now of Astralis.
Whoa, the kill's coming through. Zipnix going to get the follow-up frag on Angel as well, so it's just left on Woxic and Bondic. And Zipnix is just punishing as he blows them all to bits. Woxic, it's only a matter of time until he falls. This should be an 11-4 half, which is very, very huge. A tasty affair from Astralis, and that will be it. It's set in stone now. as they will go 11 of 4. Looking for the big wins here. They want to walk away with a full 6 points from the series. They've already claimed 3. Are they going to grab the next set?
Interesting to see, obviously. Pistol round could basically dictate Astralis winning in very convincing fashion. Maybe it is going to be a 16-4 again, as we saw Astralis do versus NIP just yesterday. As we are waiting for the game to resume. So, we said that Train was the best bet for HellRaisers. They got 9-6 half and they ended up only getting 1 round in the second half. And you can see why we expected a worse affair for HellRaisers on Overpass. Astralis are... well, how many superlatives, how many analogies are you really going to be able to use for Astralis on this map in terms of how good their CT side is? And yeah, that was their T side actually that got them 11 rounds. So HellRaisers, who knows? Angel's very good on the T side of calling this map, very good at taking connector control, slowing the pace of the round down. He calls this map very, very slow. If you remember all the times we've casted him in Pro League on this map. So yeah, fall back to that, see if it works. The slow style of CS did not work versus Astralis. The only rounds they won was when they just charged out through T main, basically just headshotting Astralis instantly, removing that chance to be outplayed on the map.
It is true. And now we wait until we can carry on with the second half. Obviously 11 of 4. Astralis just dominating, looking like by far the most superior squad on the server. All 5 of them have been playing consistently well. Woxic having a couple of big rounds for HellRaisers. Angel as well stepping up to the mark. It seems like the oomph is there, but it comes down to the crunch. Astralis are just a tad ahead. 11 of 4. This next pistol round will decide so much, and Astralis have now moved on to the CT side as well. As the buys do begin to come through, we've got armor on the majority of players. It is going to be actually all 5 men going for the armor buy. Whereas for HellRaisers, we have 2 players with utility and 3 with armor.
Simnix spots out Dead Fox with nothing apart from some grenades, and obviously taking out the grenade player this early will have an effect on the execution that HellRaisers can now provide, but Bondic with 1, 4 versus 4, as the Glocks get up close and personal. Magic's Boy close range versus Angel. Oh, whoa! Okay, that's a bit crazy. 1 shot in midair versus Angel, as Magic's Boy goes for a second, but it's going to be Woxic to get that frag. 3 versus 2. This is looking good here for HellRaisers.
It is, but how long will it carry on in this manner? Device and Dupree, the double D coming through as they want to body slam their way into the round. Issa has been forcibly plucked out of the server. And they clear towards short. That was just beautiful. Wow. Perfectly timed. It's like COD 4 when you're on that mission with Captain Price.
And you got to kill them at the same time.
Yeah. And he goes, I'll take the one on the left.
Press.
That was beautiful.
Press F to pay your respects to HellRaisers in this one.
F.
Before it was a fairly even scoreline, and now it's a ghost town.
Yeah, they have been effed, mate.
Hey.
Lamau. 12-4 scoreline. Astralis running away with the game here. Looking very, very effective. Just simply sublime as they have been annihilating them each and every round. The rebuy comes through for HellRaisers. Obviously, with the economy changes, they do still have cash. They've got the bomb plant down. Not as good as the last time we saw them force into it, as it will just be Galils. But nevertheless, it is still 3 rifles, 1 SMG, and a Deagle that has been brought through into the second round of the second half.
HellRaisers going for the force buy. Typically, we would see the eco here and the full buy into round number 18. Instead, HellRaisers double down and go for the force because they need rounds on the board as soon as possible.
Also, it's more worth it these days, especially with the sort of buy you can get out. If you chase the economy and win the round, you completely reset the CT side. You put yourself into a really good position. With the economy changes, it's probably more recommended to try and go for it. And you can see why. They're making a mockery out of them into the early game, at least.
Yeah, 3 versus 3. And if they win this one, as you said, it's not back down to the $1,900 reset. It is the full $1,400 one. So, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Woxic is low. As the aggression comes in towards Toilets now from Device, he's going to be searching for information. He might find more than he bargained for.
Zipnik's going to drop the smoke and the flash to at least keep them at bay. Pushes close into a good position. The backstab from Device is very well executed as well, and he's able to keep going. They had no idea, and now it's just one player that left alive on the site. 31 HP. The nade rolls in, doesn't actually finish Dead Fox off, but at least they know where he is. 9 seconds. It's really do or die, as he will try and go for the plant.
What?
He's throwing the round away. It's completely gone.
He just stood there looking at the wall.
Just accepted his fate.
Yeah.
I've lost.
Goes out with dignity, at least.
It was at that moment he realized he messed up.
Messed up. 13-4. Do you want more?
Well, let's find out. HellRaisers, they do need a lot more. They have to scoff down some of these rounds in rapid succession if they want to try and come back into the game here, or else this could be anywhere between a 16-5 game if it carries on how it's going. Dupree already having a bloodbath as he just sprays his way for everyone. It's a triple kill for Dupree and a double kill for Device, and another round picked up via Astralis.
10-round advantage for Astralis. The 2 away from closing this one out. So, Thamas for Glaive. 4 M4s will round off the rest of the CT buy. Even though it is that 14-4 scoreline, HellRaisers do have the better buy with 4 AKs and 1 AWP. So, Woxic, the first. Device goes for the HE grenade behind the Molotov. He doesn't realize that actually they ran through the molly. Woxic obviously taking 14 points of damage against it. The idea there of that Molotov is to keep them behind the stairs. You then go for the double HE grenades, which damages the players waiting behind the Molotov and puts them down to low HP. Instead, smoke in towards front toilets from Angel. Zipnik's now has rotated towards the A side, but actually very good read here from Angel as he sends the real wolfpack of his team, the 3-man stack towards Monster. Only where Magic's boy is.
Oh, Majestic can go for the play around the rear. Has been detected, finds the flick up though, eliminates Angel. Oh, spots up the head of the second man as well. Somehow he's still alive and kicking into this round, and he is going to be running straight into the unknown. The entire B site was secured from behind him. It's a big peek that comes through as well. Woxic, 3 taps from the Famous. As Glaive will bring him down so low. The nade! Oh, 2 HP. One more little burst from that Famous, and he would be a goner.
Good call here to save. Good call to save. For Astralis, obviously going into the next round in terms of drops, Dupree can drop, Zipnik's, Glaive, etc. They can all drop M4s.
Dupree might as well try and get the nade into the site as well. I mean, he knows that he's been at least tagged a couple of times with a Famous. If they go for the exit and he was to nade over, he could find that kill. Unfortunately, he is actually going to exit up through connector, so it will just be the one challenge from Issa. Issa on full HP as well, so it won't be as easy. But these Ts could all start to go down here. Woxic looks like he's gone up ladder, I think, so this could be really awkward. I mean, the majority of them have gone down. Luckily, he did stay just stuck below the ladder. That's still awkward. You've lost 2 players there.
14-5. HellRaisers do win the round with a good play. Divine Scale goes down early. HellRaisers expect the over-rotation from Astralis to go towards B. Magic's boys alone, they catch him off guard. So well played by him. Playground control in favor of Astralis. As now they can rotate a player away, go towards B. Play more passive here, but it's Zipnik's, the anchor of the B sites, tries his best, deploys the smoke, tries to make things so awkward for the T's pushing in and try and deny their execution. Oh, the timing there for Magic is so unlucky. However, the site is still in contention.
Push comes through, Zipnik's will go down to Dead Fox, wasn't ready for that play. Glaive as well, left on 2 HP. They want to deny that 15th round. Make Astralis take as long as possible physically to be able to pick these ones up. As it is Device and Dupree that go for the exit. They're going to get away, hold on to the AWP and the M4. Tons of utility as well. The cash on the other players is fairly lackluster. But at the very least, they're getting weapons at the hands of the HellRaisers players. But this is going to go 14-6. And Astralis, they might need a little bit of time to reset here.
Yeah, speaking of resets, money is going to be the strongest here for Astralis. Ooh, Device gets spotted. He can't forfeit the orb. Oh. Ambitious shot there from Woxic. So, 6,000 for the pre. Can drop over a Famas as well to Zipnix if he wanted to. And there you have it. Famas for Zipnix. 3 M4s in the AWP for Device. As the play comes in now. Woxic with the 360. No one's going to be peeking into him just yet. Instead, the peek's going to come in towards the tunnel of B short. Woxic will win that duel onto Device. So 5 versus 4 early on. Astralis getting aggressive. And each and every time it hasn't worked. Obviously, Device went aggressive in the first buy round. Got caught by Woxic's AWP. Gets aggressive there towards the tunnel. Gets taken care of by the AWP again of Woxic. So good play from him. Reactional play as well. As he is expecting where Device is going to be peeking.
14-6. Magisk going to go for the push out. Seeing what he can find here. As they slowly walk up and get into position. Magisk misses the shot.
He's not an AWPer.
Oh,
dearie me.
That's rough. This round could be different. If he hit that shot, there might have been a chance, but right now it's looking like it's starting to slip away, especially when Issa hits a shot like that. A cheeky response with the AK through the wall. Glaive will get the double down as he finds the headshot, and Angel at the very least keeps it going. Glaive, the reign of terror coming through from him is show-stopping, but he is finished off, and Dupree from the elevated angle must 1v2 it to win it. Woxic with the AWP of a fast face will land that shot. It goes 14-7.
Slowly but surely, HellRaisers is bringing this one back. $2,000 across the board for Astralis. Should be the eco here for HellRaisers. So already looking better than they did in the last map on their T side. I said before at the half, Angel's a very good T side caller on Overpass. Slow, steady, methodical, very good at getting the opening picks there for Woxic as well. It's got to be really stated how good those picks have been for HellRaisers. And for now, Dead Fox with 1 onto Zipnix. It is obviously the eco, so nothing really too crazy here. HellRaisers are the heavy favourites in this round. 3-man stack. Actually, no, is that a boost?
Oh.
What? I've never seen someone pre-aim that before. I've seen people play the angle, obviously, but I've never seen someone pre-aim it. Fair play.
'Tis the Woxic lad.
What are they drinking in Turkey?
Beverages, probably.
Really good coffee, actually.
Yeah.
Really good coffee in Turkey.
Well, Angel and Isha get the early entry frags, and this round should be theirs. I mean, there's no real chance. Magisk's the only one that remains with a CZ in his hand. Now HellRaisers have just run away with it.
So, Astralis now will have another buy round. And I think if you're Glaive or even Zonic as well, you just say, play it calmer, play it more passive, don't give away the first kill. I feel like if Astralis don't concede the first kill, I see them winning the round with ease. Not with ease, obviously that sounds very, very ambiguous. More so a favourite. But anyway, Matchday getting some extra kills here to pad those stats. Apart from that, nothing really going to come of it. 14-8, as it's going to be a 6-round discrepancy between these two teams. So yeah, play more passive at the start of the round, and don't concede the first kill. And I feel like they shall win. HellRaisers look good on the T side, I'm saying.
Well, 14-8, Astralis. very, very strong lead, but it is starting to crumble away from them. HellRaisers, they've been bringing it back and getting into an advantageous position. They do have the AWP on Woxic still as well, and he was very, very crisp with it into the previous round. Gave them a big opener and helped them close it down. Now it's around 23. Will mistakes like that be made again? Or do Astralis know what they need to switch up and patch over?
So, smoke in towards toilets. I'm still here with the AWP. Dupree actually playing towards A long. Magic's point currently towards the B bomb side. Obviously before back on North, he was so good at playing A long. Prior it was KRB and Device on this site. Yeah, Dupree here currently. Off angle, going to be catching Woxic off guard or not. Oh, this is very awkward for Dupree. But the HE dunk does work, and Toxic? Woxic will be taken down. Angel as well finds Device. So 3 versus 4, as here comes the push towards A.
It's a 3-on-4, and Glaive needs to really go big as he plays behind the truck, hiding for the first point, gets the instant kill as he'll spray down Angel. Magist going to be able to get the adjustment as well and eliminate Issa. Dead Fox and Bondig that remain in a 2v2. Bomb is down, but time is ticking away. Pete comes around, and Zipnix might be able to salvage it here, but Dead Fox double kills them with the AWP. Has to go for the plant for the extra cash, but won't be able to secure it. 14-9. And every time it seems like it's almost the round for Astralis, HellRaisers are somehow able to upset them and keep themselves in it.
Surprised we didn't see trade kills there from Astralis. They had the 3 versus 2. But for this one, Eco coming in. Only 2 sets of Kevlar there for Dupree and Magic's Boy. But speaking of Dupree, great shot there in towards Connector early on to kick things off as the remaining players now from HellRaisers are going to be flooding in towards the B site. It's Dead Fox lining up 1 kill apiece. And now Astralis have to retake with no armor, no real weaponry. So this should be easily a 10-14 scoreline. So HellRaisers getting to double digits here, looking far better than they did on the first map. Train.
Yeah, they're actually keeping it close. They're being able to win big rounds as well. It's not exactly as if they're just being one-off 1v1s or rounds that aren't repeatable. It's very much consistency that is now being displayed from HellRaisers. A whole lot better than what we saw in Train. And it is going to be a 14-10 scoreline, which is getting quite scary. We're getting to the position where Astralis really will need to buck their ideas up soon, or this could be HellRaisers starting to dominate here and possibly split the map. Split the map 1-1.
Pause. Imagine from Astralis. Yep. Pause number 2 from the Danes. Tough call, really. They played it more passive. You saw Dupree and Device doubling up towards the A side. Dupree playing a very passive angle towards A long. Played the off angle, caught Woxic off guard, got that kill, but got traded out. Device going down as well, and even then, they nearly won the round with a 3 versus 2. And then a 1 versus 1. Obviously, Dead Fox used to be the primary AWPer. They showed us why with the 1 versus 2 clutch with it. So, the answer for Astralis is a double AWP setup, Jack. 1 towards B. I imagine it's going to be boosted in sandbags, or maybe gets aggressive towards B short. Which he will do. Oh, but so are HellRaisers.
Oh, good use of the flashbang though, and Glaive. He gets the early kill, takes down Dead Fox, realizes he didn't need to aggress any further as well. And that has already gone nicely for them, a big opener.
So, now that HellRaisers know there's an up towards B and A, decent call, could be an execution towards the B site. Smoking off bridge, smoking off the center site, good flashbangs, molly out towards barrels as well, could be very effective. Still a minute to work with though. Bondic in towards Connector. Oh, it's the peak though. Sipnik spots out the toes. Takes down his foes. Good shots there from him. But unfortunately for HellRaisers, they were doing so well for so long. But the issue was they were down 14-5, 14-4 actually, apologies. They make one blip, one error, and they pay the price of a match point.
Door's going to open, Device peeks out, gets a kill on Issa. Looks to get a little bit more and blows the leg off of Bondik. And that is going to be Astralis now finally getting themselves that match point. The 15th round secured. They need one more to shut the game down and take both maps in the series. We have gone for a pause. You can only imagine this will be HellRaisers now going to be taking their opportunity to talk things out. Again, Astralis actually. A tactical pause once more.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously for them, they're one round away. They know if they lose it, they get reset. And this could be a big issue for them going forward. It could easily be overtime, actually, if they lose this round. HellRaisers get to 11. Astralis go for a weak force buy. 12-15. Then an eco for Astralis, maybe 13-15. And then at that point, there's only one buy round that separates them. So, what do you reckon, Jack? Double up setup is enough to change things. Zipnik's with the up now. Maybe he has a very good spawn to peek Monster. I imagine he does. No, he's going towards middle.
Well, let's see what he's gifted towards mid. Early on, it is just utility that comes his way. No extension out. No one going to face. Actually, he does see one cross. It doesn't really matter too much. He's not going to get anything from that. Dead Fox as well, taking the early short control, gets into position. 1 minute and 30 on the clock. Astralis, they need this round. They want to be able to shut the game down as soon as possible. And they are on match point.
Dead Fox, down to 75 HP. So it is going to be the execution now towards the B site. Molotov smokes all going over towards the B site. Magic Boy here playing towards water. As he is up close to the action, jumps on the box, probably waiting for a flashbang, and there it is, lines up one. Glaive of the orb, close range, proximity, gets one as well. Free. Flashbang is to be dodged by Dead Fox, but unfortunately the bullets cannot be dodged just as easily.
No, a murderous trade, and it all comes out to just one man, the Turkish Terminator Woksik, left in the 1 versus 3. Can he go big? No. Astralis will win it. They'll shut down the game. It's a 16-10 victory over HellRaisers, and they walk away with 6 points from our second series of the day. It's wrapped up, and Astralis have taken both wins. Still only losing 2 maps so far in Pro League.
Yeah, and that puts them to 27 points now into the league, 12 maps played. They got the same maps played as Space Soldiers and obviously FaZe as well, and they're set at 18. No, actually, how many points did they set at? Yeah, drew yesterday, so obviously 18 points each. Goes to show, you know, with 9-point advantage with the same amount of games played, and that's the difference between first and second, really how far ahead Astralis are. Yeah,
it is going to be hard to knock them off of that spot. Almost impossible, really, if they carry on playing to this level of pedigree. So crazy stuff from Astralis, having a very, very effective day of games.
Yeah, obviously, they are the heavy favourites. At least HellRaisers could get to double digits, but it all ended there. They were down too many rounds to begin with at that 14-4 scoreline.
Well, there you have it. That is the 2-map win for Astralis over HellRaisers. They have run away with the games, and there is still more to come. The last matchup of the night is going to be FaZe Clan versus Big. We will see you with that after the break.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.